March had its fair share of releases and new titles, but April is a whole other beast in quantity and quality. Remasters, ports, long-awaited sequels, exclusives, at least one incredible-looking RPG. There is a lot to look forward to. So check out the 15 biggest games launching in April of 2025. Days Gone Remastered. After years of asking for a sequel, Days Gone fans have been rewarded with a PS5 remaster. Thankfully, Days Gone Remastered, out on April 25th, features some notable new content, like Horde Assault, where Deacon must survive against larger, more challenging hordes. Enemies become more difficult as time passes, and you can even control brand new characters to survive for as long as possible. You also have Speedrun and Permadeath modes with graphical improvements, reduced loading times, and DualSense support. PS4 owners can upgrade to the remaster for $10, and all content will be available for PC players via the Broken Roads DLC at launch. Forza Horizon 5 PS5. For a long time, over 3 years in fact, the de facto racing experience on PS5 has been Gran Turismo 7. However, it's finally getting some real competition when Playground Games' Forza Horizon 5 launches on April 25th. It's the first title in the franchise to debut on a Sony console, and more importantly, one of the very best with its incredible open world, stunning visuals, hundreds of cars, and a litany of features. Best of all, a new update, Horizon Realms, goes live the same day, offering up 11 returning tracks, the new stadium track, over 60 accolades, new cars, and much more. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered PC. Just when you thought it was over, somehow The Last of Us returns, right on time for Season 2 of the TV series. It's the PS5 remaster debuting on PC on April 3rd, and alongside all the platform-specific features like support for ultra-wide displays, DLSS, and FSR, there is some brand new content in no return. The roguelike mode will receive 2 new characters and 4 new maps to go with the previously included lost levels, developer commentary, guitar free play, and more.
Got any brushes or towel or anything?
You are nothing but lucky.
You have no idea.
South of Midnight. With a story seeped in Deep South mythology and stop-motion-like visuals for its cutscenes, South of Midnight is an unexpectedly endearing new title from Compulsion Games. Launching on April 8th for Xbox Series X and S and PC, it's about Hazel, who becomes a weaver after her hometown is wrecked by a hurricane. From interacting with giant fish and crocodiles to mending spiritual bonds, she seeks her own place in the universe while dealing with tragedy. With about 15 to 25 hours of gameplay, South of Midnight could be one of the more underrated titles of the year. Commandos Origins. Jack O'Hara and his legendary Commandos return, albeit in a prequel that explores their origins. Launching on April 9th for PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S, players will embark on over 10 missions throughout World War II, combining their squad's strengths to succeed.
Coming right over. Okay.
Go alone or with a friend in split screen or online co-op and experiment with different approaches to succeed, be it stealth, subterfuge, or chaos. Descenders Next. An extreme sports meets roguelike title is already fairly unorthodox, but Rage Squid is taking the formula even further with Descenders Next. You can still play solo or with other players, and find the best way to reach the bottom of the mountain as quickly as possible. It's an instinctual joy, and there are new clothes and boards to unlock, a new soundtrack, and much more to dive into when it launches on April 9th. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Sandfall Interactive's homage to real-time parrying and dodging in an imaginative fantasy world. Suffice it to say that it looks like a winner ahead of its launch on April 24th with its 30-plus hour main story, gorgeous visuals, and an all-star cast. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. A sequel to Garou Mark of the Wolves wasn't on every fighting games fan's wish list for 2025, but here we are. Launching on April 24th for Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, and PC, City of the Wolves sees several returning fighters, some newcomers, and even a few debuts by Fatal Fury legends. With rollback netcode, crossplay, and a new RPG-like single-player mode, and the Rev system for new tactics, it could take the community by storm. MotoGP 25. As little as the franchise evolves year after year, you have to give credit to Milestone's MotoGP franchise for its consistency. The latest title, MotoGP 25, launches on April 30th and offers new race-off disciplines for its modes, a new arcade experience, improved adaptive difficulty, and crossplay. It's coming to Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Steel Seed. Close to the Sun developer Storm in a Teacup is going in a completely different direction with its next title, Steel Seed. As Zoe, players traverse a mysterious facility in a post-apocalyptic world, dealing with hordes of unwelcoming machines. Mixing platforming and puzzles with combat and light stealth, Steel Seed launches on April 10th for PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PS5. Bionic Bay. Well, speaking of platformers, Bionic Bay, slated for last month, arrives on April 17th for PS5 and PC. The biomechanical setting and premise are still intriguing. However, and having the ability to flip environments and manipulate physics to traverse obstacles looks cool. And for those who really want to test their platforming skills, an online mode with events and leaderboards is also included. Tempest Rising. If you've been feeling the lack of any Command & Conquer-like titles over the past several years, Slipgate Ironworks' Tempest Rising may help. It's out on April 24th for PC, offering 2 playable factions with unique units, 2 campaigns, online multiplayer, custom games, and the base-building real-time strategy that you know and love. Forever Skies. A survival crafting game in a post-apocalyptic setting may not inspire the most amount of interest, but Forever Skies offers some intriguing spins on the formula. Instead of exploring the dust-covered Earth on foot, you're venturing through the skies on an airship, gathering resources to upgrade it from various skyscrapers and structures. What awaits on the surface? Well, you'll have to find out when Forever Skies exits early access and launches on April 14th for PS5 and PC. Crashlands 2. The sequel to Butterscotch Shenanigans' survival crafting classic finally arrives on April 10th and sees Flux Dabes returning to Roanoke to reunite with her buddies. Things quickly go wrong though, and after yet another crash landing, she embarks on a journey to find out what's happening while combating dangerous creatures, unlocking upgrades, and more. With vastly improved visuals, new recipes, and more, Crashlands 2 could be the perfect cozy crafting sim for fans when it launches on PC, iOS, and Android. Monaco 2. And speaking of long-awaited sequels to a classic title, Monaco 2 also launches on April 10th for PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PS5. Much like the original, you're still conducting heists alone or with up to 3 other players, but there are new characters and playstyles and blueprint mode for finer planning. Whether you're in it for the zany yet stylish campaign or the long haul with its procedurally generated levels, Monaco 2 should be a worthy follow-up. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at GamingBolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.